Alright everybody, welcome back. I'm gonna be a little bit shorter and a bit quieter this time. My son is sleeping in the other room, he's sick. It's been a hell of a week. I'm getting this out to you guys late. I promise I will get it out super early next week. It'll be out by probably Tuesday night. But I'm just gonna do this real quick so I can get it out of the way and get the picks out to you so you can make some money tomorrow, alright? Going over last week, we did good. I think we went let me see. I think we lost. We got 3 wrong. We got the Miranda Maverick pick wrong. We got the Andrea Petrosky pick wrong. And we got the Cody Durden loss, which was huge for us. Miranda Maverick, I feel like, would have at least had a way better shot of winning that fight if her knee wouldn't have exploded in the second round. Andrei Petrosky, I don't know what he's doing anymore as far as like how he's fighting. Like, I don't know why you're trying to stand with Edmund Shabazian. Just run at him. But let's get on to this week. We got a good card coming up. It should be anyway. I'm fairly uncertain about some of these fights, but next week it should be a very good card for making some money. I'm not saying this one isn't, but let's get started on it. We got Jamahal Hill and Khalil Rountree here. I thought Rountree was a lot older when I originally looked at this matchup, but they're about the same age. I think Jamahal Hill has a lot more head movement, to be honest. He has more strikes landed per minute, 1.5 per minute at least on average. He has a higher volume and a better gas tank. Nobody's going to shoot any takedowns. I feel like this isn't going to a decision, but I feel like Hill will win this by knockout or decision. But Khalil Rountree could definitely win this fight. So let's just hope it's a good fight, and yeah, let's get another contender that I can actually put up a fight in this division. Alright, one of my all-time favorite fighters. I got Rafael Fiziev here. He's going against Ignacio Bahamondes. I love Fiziev. I lost both times I bet against Gagey with Fiziev. I think he's a very good fighter. I do think he should be a 145er, but we'll see. I think he can win this fight. Like, Bahamondes is a long-rangey striker, but he overextends a lot. He's like I feel like he fights a lot like Kevin Holland, except for he has better IQ. Fiziev has really good striking defense. He's sound, and you gotta remember he took that Gagey fight on like 11 days notice or something like that, and lasted a full fight with Gagey. He did win at the end. He like significantly didn't throw as many strikes in the second and third round, but Gagey's Gagey. Bahamondes isn't there yet. I think Fiziev's kicks will tear Bahamondes apart. I also think he's going to like kick the shit out of him. He could go for a couple takedowns. I would watch out for Bahamondes' submissions, though, if I was Fiziev. But I think they both have low finish rates, kind of, in the UFC. Fiziev, I don't know. I think Fiziev by decision. He could get a knockout, but I think it's decision, and I'm heavily rooting for him. And I think if it does go to decision, even if he does lose, it's in his hometown, so I think he gets the hometown nod. Not that that's a good thing, but let's get the money. Alright, I'm kind of unsure about this one. I was sure of it, and then I realized Curtis Blade hasn't attempted a takedown in 4 fights. Since 2021, he hasn't even attempted a takedown. So, red flag there. That being said, if Curtis Blades is Curtis Blades, he wins this fight. It's going to be a boring fight, I think, either way. It's going to be just Kuniev and Blades just laying on each other, whoever gets the upper hand. Or it's just going to be a boring striking match because neither of them want to take the other one down. And I guess I go Blades with the experience, and I gotta hope he's got something. Yeah, so Blades by decision. Sorry it's gonna be short. Like I said, I got a lot going on. Just want to get these out to you. It is 2 in the morning, so let's get on the next one. Alrighty, we got a good fight here. Tofik Musayev against Mikto Begoromai. This Tofik Musayev guy is very interesting. I broke down some fights with him. He's a KO master. He's got a pretty long reach for his size. His weakness, however, is being taken down, and he kind of wears out throughout the fight. And then we have Orobai, who is a wrestling master. He's got a very good chin, very durable. He can get cracked, however. Musayev might get a decision victory just because he's from Azerbaijan, where the UFC event is taking place. But I think this is an Orobai win by decision or submission. I think I'm going to go submission, but I think the safer one is a submission or decision bet. Orobai he's just got a very good pace. He has like he tries to go for like 4 or 5 takedowns every fight. And Musayev is pretty much all finishes. I don't think he has a win as a decision. Let me look real quick. He might, but I'm not sure if he does or not. Okay, 2 wins by decision, but nothing recent. Yeah, his last win by decision was actually Patricky Pitbull, and that was in 2019. I mean, he's a very good fighter, but I gotta go with my man Mikto Orobai. Submission or decision. Moving on. Alright, guys, I'm just gonna be swinging from the hip tonight, I guess. I got Nazim Sadykhov against Nicholas Mata here. I think this is a fight made for Sadykhov to win. However, Mata is not a chump. Sadykhov's coming off the win against Ajman Bafim, who we don't know if he's good or not yet. And then Bershev Barshev and Terrence McKinney, who's T-Rex, is one of my favorite fighters. Mata just beat Maheshapte. That's about his only decent win. I think the Sadykhov by KO is a good one, but he might not finish him. I think he could go decision or KO. I think there's going to be a finish heavy card, though, just because of where it's at and what's going on over there. So, Sadykhov, he's born in Azerbaijan, so he's going to get it done. Let's move on to the next one. Pretty simple. Alright, we got Muhammad Naimov against Bogdangrad. The thing didn't go. There we go. Muhammad Naimov against Bogdangrad. They're both good. Again, these are going to be really good fights. I think Naimov wins by decision. A lot of people are saying he could knock him out. A lot of people are saying a choke of some sort. But I think Naimov gets it done by decision. I just think Bogdangrad's a very durable guy. He has 1 loss by KO, and that's it. And that was his last. Well, never mind. Yeah, his last loss was Tom Nolan by KO in 2023. Other than that, he's a good fighter. They're both good fighters. I think Naimov by decision, though. He's born in Tajikistan. I don't know. I just think he's a better fighter, and he's going to win the fight. Bogdangrad's a very good fighter, though, so he could win. Naimov by decision is my pick. Alright, sorry about that. If you can hear this shit outside, I don't know. There's some crazy shit going on. But I got Sekyun Ko against Oban Elliott here. I'm going to have a bit of an upset here. I think Oban Elliott is a very good fighter, but I think he's beaten Val Woodburn and Preston Parsons and Basel Hafaz, which Basel Hafaz is good. Preston Parsons is good. Woodburn, come on. Second Cole will fight for my money, though. I liked his fight on the Contender Series. He seemed to just he's a tough dude, and he just kept going and kept going and kept going. And Igor Cavalcante was a very good fighter, and he was like a minus 700, minus an 800 favorite to win against Co in the Contender Series. So, Co's plus 350, and I think he's going to pull us off. I think he wins by KO or decision here. No offense to Oban Elliott, and the Welsh flag is absolutely amazing. So props for that. But yeah, I'm going Co. Oban Elliott should win this, but I have a feeling about this guy. I think he's going to be good. Right, Ismail Nurdiev against Junyoung Park, the Iron Turtle. Everyone's on the Iron Turtle here. And I forgot to do that again. Here we go. See, I'm trying to rush stuff. Everyone's on the Iron Turtle, and I am as well. I think Ismail Nurdiev could win this. He's a very solid striker, and he's a decent grappler. He seemed to be like a kick-heavy guy with some decent boxing. I think Park he should have the cardio and the pressure. I saw Ismail Nurdiev he struggled under some pressure in his, I don't know if it was his last fight or, it might have been, yeah, it had to be his last fight. Bruno Silva kind of pressured him a little bit, and he kind of struggled towards the end. I got Junyoung Park by decision. Not super confident. Like I said, Nurdiev is a very good fighter. So, let's go. Alright, I don't know what's going on with these two. We got Melissa Mullins against Daria Zeleznikova. Sorry, I pronounce all these before I start, and then I don't know if I get nervous still or what, but Melissa Mullins, she's just a gritty girl, really. I think she wins this by grit. She has some personal stuff going on at the beginning of the year, and she had to switch coaches, so she is a different coach. And Daria is actually at a gym, so Daria could easily win this if Mullins doesn't have her life together. But Mullins is a fighter, she's a warrior, and that's what I like to bet on and go for in women's fights, because either they're warriors or they're not, and they like getting punched in the face and punch people in the face, or they don't. And from what I see, Mullins liked it, so I'm going to go for her. And she already has a KO win over this girl, so I think it probably goes to decision, but it could be KO. Alright, we got Irina Alekseeva against Claudia Sikila, and I do not like Irina Alekseeva. I don't know if it's her tattoos or her look or what. I just, ugh. I don't even think she's like ugly. I just cannot stand her whole. It's like I don't like her face, pretty much. So I'm fading her. She hits pretty hard. She apparently is a Sambo champion of some sort. Her name's Rustin Ronda, and I think Ronda's very overrated, so that doesn't do much for her in my book. She lost to Melissa Mullins, who she's a fighter, but she's not that good. She beat Stephanie Egger, and that's about it. She's a Bellator fighter. Claudia, however, lost to Melissa Mullins too, but I mean, they're both terrible. I'm gonna go Claudia by submission, just because who cares? They're both terrible. They both need. I mean, let's go for the pretty one, even though it's the wrong way to do it. And we got Tagir Ulanbekov against Azat Maxim. Again, Tagir is out of the Khabib camp, so I don't need to say anything else. Going on to gear by decision or anything he wants, really. He could sub him, he could knock him out, could go to decision. That being said, as at Maxim, he's a real badass. He's a very good fighter. He lost to Charles Johnson. He beat Charles Johnson. Let's just put it out there. He beat Charles Johnson. It was a very close fight. He knocked Charles Johnson down 3 times in that fight, maybe 4 times in that fight. He got him in some submissions in that fight. If this was pretty much anyone else on this card except for Tagir, I would probably go Azat. But unfortunately, Azat's going to find himself another loss here. And I'm going to look to go pretty hard on him to win his next fight because he's going to end up fighting somebody like not good. And he's a very good fighter. So, Ulanbekov, decision, maybe anything, sub. I would just do moneyline if you're going to do it, but he's so chalky it doesn't matter. But Ulanbekov by Khabib. In the last fight of the night, Muhammad Usman against Hamdi Abdelwahib. Hamdi's round 1 against Jamal Pogues was absolutely amazing, which is why I'm picking him. I know he used to be on steroids. I know Muhammad Usman's actually a decent fighter, but I think they've remade this fight too many times, and they're trying to get Hamdi to win. And I heard through another picks video that Muhammad Usman might not be fully focused on fighting. So, Hamdi decides where this fight goes, and I think he wins. I think it'll probably be by KO, but not like a KO. I'm saying like ground and pound. He's like gonna hold him like a crucifix type shit, like a Roy Country Nelson type win. Here, that's what we're going for. But yeah, hand me by decision. Hopefully he's off the roids. Actually, hopefully he's on the roids. I don't care. But he's also from Egypt, so I think he's going to get the hometown win if it does go to decision. And now on to the... Alright, like I said, I was very high on blades, and the closer it gets, I get a little nervous. But last week we were 9-3-1 on the moneyline tracker. I like Curse Blades, Jamahal Hill, Fazeev, Sadikov, Park, Naimov, and Ulanbekov. My retirement bet is Blades and Hill. $10 wins me $30.93. The Prestige Parlay is Fazeev and Curtis Blades. Let's make the money. I promise you I will make you the most contentful video next week. Got a lot of personal shit going on. I don't want to really get into it because, again, it's personal. But I will get you my best video. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but my best video out by Tuesday. So stay tuned. Let's make the money. Sorry about the late video and the shitty video and the quick video. Might be my best one because it's the least scripted as possible. So let's make the money. See you next week.